Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to upload data into MySQL using Excel VBS. Let's get started. So I have a data regarding car financing. Let's say I work for a finance company and I have information regarding my customers, like different customers I have, and they purchase different type of cars on EMI, and this is all about their EMI information data, like the interest rate and each month what is the EMI and what is the interest portion and what is the principal and what is the closing balance as of the month. So I want this information to be uploaded into MySQL. So for SQL, I'm using MySQL Workbench. You can use any other SQL IDEs. So let me show you MySQL here first. So this is a SQL that I'm having. I have different schemas which are nothing but database. I have various database out of which I have a car finance table inside Power BI. So let me show you the table that I'm having here. So currently I have no information exist in the table, and I want this data to be updated inside this SQL table. So let's get started. So I want to do this activity with Excel VBS. So this is Visual Basic Application window. How to get it? You can simply press Alt F11 on your keyboard. So let me insert a module. Our modules are nothing but a kind of pages that we are having to write the code. Okay. Before this, I want to tell you the reference that we need to connect my Excel to my SQL. So we need Active Directory library. So this is a one. Okay. I have selected it. Then let's start the procedure. To write the procedure, you can give any name, like I'll give uploader. Okay. So first I want to connection to be established. So I'll give some variables like dim connection as anything you can give connection as new adobe dot connection. Okay. Second thing I want to tell, we need connection strings. Each application has different kind of connections. For Excels we have different, and then for Oracle then we have separate. So to get your connection string you can go to Excel, you can go to Chrome, and then you can type MySQL connection strings. Inside this, you can take any of it. So this is my SQL connection, and this is the one we need. Then copy that. Okay. So currently I am having 8.2 drivers in my system, and server we don't need. You can keep it as a host, and database is my database. And what is my database? So Power BI is my database. And what is my user? User is root, and you can give whatever the user that you have. Okay. So, and option 3 will specify the type of connection that we are having, like trusted connection or not. Okay. This is the connection string which help us to connect the Excel to MySQL. Okay. Now, so it's a string, that's why I made it into double quotations. Then I'll give connection dot open. Okay. So now I want to open the connection, which is nothing but this is a connection that I want to open. Then if I run this, this Okay, so it is running successfully. We have no issue. And I want to close the connection once I'm done with my task. So this is my open and this is my close. In between, I have my code to be written. Let's get start. So my task is to upload all this information into this table. Okay, how to do that? Before this, I will give some variables such as workbook and worksheet as sheet. Okay, then I'll set my variables. This workbook set worksheet equal to this workbook dot. Okay, so basically what these are doing, I am storing this Excel, my car finance Excel in a variable called workbook, and this worksheet as WS. Okay, and what is LR? LR is nothing but last used row in the Excel. Let's say the last row is 409. How to identify that? We can simply use this code, like it will go to this worksheet and it will count the rows from bottom. Okay, so this is my last used row that way. Now, once the connection get open, I'll declare one more variable range as range. Okay, for each each row in range. Okay, let me set the range first. Range equal to ws dot range from a to j ampersand lr. Okay, this is nothing but from cell. This is my a2 to aj. What is lr? Lr is nothing but last row till this row. So in short, it will what it will do, this will take this as my range and it will store in this variable. Okay, now I have to access each cell within this range. How to do that? For each r in range dot row, next r. Okay, I want to store the values of each cell into a variable. How to do that? Let's say I'll give any random variable m equal to r dot cells, yeah, cells dot one dot value. Okay, by doing that, r is nothing but this first row in the cell. Okay, similarly, I want this to be anything. SB, you can give anything. This should be 2. Okay, likewise, we have to store all the values, so which I already did. Okay, then we need an SQL string, SQL query, you can say. Okay, which like insert into, so I want, this is a database, Power BI, and what is my table name? Is a car finance is my table name. Okay, dot, what I want to insert? I want to insert values. Okay, So this is the key part in this whole coding. So I want these values. So m ampersand sb sb ampersand rp it. Okay. So what happens? This each will be stored in the whatever value that is stored in each will be used into the string. I'm closing. Okay. Now I want to test whether this query is correct or not. So this is spelling mistake. Okay. So if execute one by one, so one and SB storing the value, I'll show you here. So this value is stored in SB and this 687 is stored this repayment likewise, and term is 60 and customer is Sai. Okay, so this is getting correctly. So this is a key thing that we have to focus. So this is a SQL query that we are going to execute next line. But I see something we need to update here, like okay, so there should be a comma if to separate each value here, and text strings need to be in single quotations, space ampersand comma. Now let's print again. Okay, now this is getting separated. However, the text values need to be in single quotations. So data need to be in single quotations. Okay, now this is good. Okay, now we are able to construct. So I want to execute this query. Execute. What I want to execute? SQL query. Okay, let's run this parallelly now. So let me show you again. Currently, I have no information in my SQL. So let's run it. So when I execute it, I got an error. Okay, you have an error in SQL syntax. What is that? Debug. Let's check it out. You see here, I have two commas here. I don't know why. Let me check it. Empty. NE is empty because there is no NE. There is NB. Okay. Okay, it got executed. Now, if I see my table, see I got a line got inserted, which is nothing but first line. Okay. Similarly, now my next row, it will go to next row. If I run, okay, then if I show you my table again, I have second row. Likewise, if I execute it and if I show my table, now all my data is into my SQL. So Thanks, guys. If you have any doubt, please comment. We can connect on that. So once this line get executed, all the data from Excel will be uploaded into our SQL table, okay? Like this. Now we don't need to write this code every time. We can save it. And before that, I want to make sure that once data executed, I want a pop-up to know that my VBA query got executed successfully. So uploaded successfully. Okay. And I want to assign this macro to a button. Like I'll go to insert, I'll go to shapes. You can take any of your shape that you like. So I'll take a random one and I'll say upload data into my SQL. Okay, okay, like this. Okay. Now I will assign macro. This is a macro I just created. Done. So if I click this button next time, it will directly upload successfully. So to test this, what I'll do, first I'll clear my table again. Now I have no data in my SQL table. Then I will click on this button. It get uploaded successfully, and now I'll test my SQL table. Again, I got everything. Okay. And in my next video, I'm gonna show how we can download the data from SQL table into an Excel directly without using any applications.